All right, here we go. Pythagorean theorem, which I spelt wrong. The O's in the wrong spot. Okay, here we go. Nines. 9 times 9, the pink number is 81. 12 times 12 is 144. I have to know where this is. That's right there. So I am adding those together. 144 plus 81 is 225. The square root of 225, if I take the square root of 225, it is 15. 15. There's my answer. Over here, 64 and 264. 15 times 15 is 225. That is the corner that I add these together. 64 plus 225 is 289. 289 is the pink number. I'm going to take the square root of that. Square root of 289, and that is 17. Okay. Over here, we have a house. We have the lawn. We have the ladder. There we go. We have the ladder. It needs to go 8 feet high. It's a 10-foot ladder. How far does it go out? We have to assume that this is a perfect angle. So we're gonna pretend that is perfect so we can do this. Turn them into pink numbers. This is 100. This is 64. But this is the pink angle. So we're not adding these together. It's these two we add together. So we have to subtract to find the missing one. 100 minus 64 is 36. That's the pink number. When we take the square root, the answer is 6. 6 is the answer. So it's not, the ladder should be placed 6 feet from the house. That is correct. 9 feet, no. 6 feet, yes. 8 feet, no. All right, so the only thing is, these two agree, A and C agree that it's 6 feet from the house, assuming the ground, house, and ladder form a right triangle, assuming that this is a right triangle, yes. Assuming that is an isosceles triangle. Have I talked about isosceles triangles where like this side and this side are the same? No, I have not. So I told you with triangles, with what we're doing, we're looking for right triangles. Yeah, 6 feet. Oops, sorry, right triangles and 6A. All right, over here, this side, we can call RT. You can name this side by its corners. This side we can name RS. This side we can name S to T. Okay, so there's technically, this is wrong technically. Okay, so if I had to take this side, RT, and I turn it into a pink number, I multiply it by itself. And then I take RS and multiply it by itself, so I square that. And then I add these two together, so I have RT squared plus RS squared equals S to T squared equals that one. So which one is that? That one's this one. So yes. Does RS have to be the same as RT? Does this side have to be the same as this side? No. This one, tough to explain why it's not. Just trust me, it's not. Angle R is a right angle. Yeah, this one right here, angle R, here's R, is a right angle. Yeah, it's the only way we can do this. Angle R is a right angle. Angle T is obtuse. I haven't talked about obtuse, whatever. No, don't worry about that. So like I said, look for the right angle. It's going to be the answer. It's going to be the answer. Enter the, okay, 14 times 14. I don't even think. I'm going to turn these into pink numbers. 196. 48 times 48 is 2,304. This is the corner where we add them. These two we are adding together, so plus 196 equals 2,500. We take the square root of 2,500. The square roots. Where is the square root of mine right now? Do I need a little more space? Weird. Okay. Square root of 2,500 equals, okay, 2,500, take the square root, okay, 50. Okay, over here, if you missed this one, shame on you. 9, 16, this is the corner, so we are adding these together to make 25. Take the square root, and this is the very famous 3, 4, 5 triangle. Okay, let's see, we've got a perfect rectangle on a soccer field, so all of them are 90 degrees. On a rectangle, everything's a perfect 90 degrees. And it says one side is 80, one side is 115. We're taking the diagonal, We're going to square both these sides. 80 times 80 is 6,400. 115 times 115 is 13,225. We're going to add them together. Plus 6,400 is 19,625. Take the square root of that. And we've got, take the square, take the square root of that, equals square root of the answer, gosh, is about 140.0. It says round to the nearest yard, no decimals, the nearest whole yard. So I'm going to use the 140, but I'm not going to use, the first number I'm not going to use is this 0. It doesn't round me up, so that's my answer, 140. All right, over here, there are two, if I know two sides of a right triangle are 18 and 24, I'm not sure which sides. It could be these two. It could be these two, where 24 is the diagonal side. So I'm going to turn both of them. 18 times 18 is 324. 324. 24 times 24 is 576. Over here, we do add those together. So 576 plus 324 equals 900. I take the square root of 900, and that is 30. So over here, the missing side would be 30. Over here, I wouldn't add them together because I need to subtract them because these two are the ones we add together. So 576 minus 324 is 252 would be this answer. We're going to take the square root of 252, and that's about 15.8, the 15.8-ish. Actually, the 7 would round me up. This is about 15.9. This one says enter the larger possible length. So the bigger side that it might be is 30, not 15.9. So the answer for this one, 30. All right, this one's multiple steps. We've got a fence that's 30 feet. She's got a fence that's 50 feet. You need to figure out how many fences that is over there. So let's, first off, 30 times 30 is 90. 50 times 50 is 2,500. 2,500. These two are the ones we add together. So, 30 times 30 is 900. 2,500 minus 900 is, this is 1,600. Take the square root, and the answer is 40. So this side's 40. All right, so we have a 50, a 40, and a 30-foot fence. So 50 plus 40 plus 30, she needs 120 feet of fencing. But the fence costs $20 per foot times 20. So 120 times 20 is $2,400. So this was exactly the same problem as the practice. All right, over here, let's see, term into pink. 8 times 8 is 64. 17 times 17 equals 289. I do not add these together because the box is here. These two I add together. So let's see, 289 minus 64 equals 225. But you take the square root of that, and the answer is 15. Let's see. If Carolyn uses her formula where she takes 12 and turns it into a pink number, and she takes some size she doesn't know and turns it into a pink number and multiplies it by itself, that will equal 15. You can only use this formula. It would look like this. This is the triangle she's talking about, where 12 is over here, I don't know is over here, and 15 is the one that adds up. We can only do that if this is a right angle. So like I told you, when they ask you questions about these in this year, it's probably going to be the right angle. We can only do that. We can't even use this formula unless that is a perfect right angle. And number 12. How far are the roses and jasmines? Okay, let's see. How far is it from there to there? Well, let's see. I can go straight up. I can go straight sideways. This is 1 box, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes. Let's see. 36, 64. We do add these together because this would be the box. So add these together. This is 100. Take the square root. That is 10. And it says every box represents 1 foot. So it's 10 feet. 10 feet. All right, there you go. See you tomorrow.